let's get it.
Let me drink some of this fancy water first.
Nope. Well,
Don't embarrass me.
it's
Let me just okay. You can do an intro or something while I just.
okay. Y'all see this man?
Yeah,
A gentle hand may rule the land.
It's not a gentle hand. I was working out last year, so I think that.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna just pass this to my. It's not a female over here. It's it's a grown man who's doing that. For me.
Right. strong colleague.
Yeah. Oh, is it opening or no?
Nah, it leaked.
All right.
Right. Well, welcome to the Perfect Show, sponsored by Aki 2,
No, that's mine.
Oh, can I drink some? Okay, cool.
the brand that pays me, black owned.
All right.
Season 2,
Season 2.
and oh boy, what a start!
Oh gosh, yes.
An icon, legend in the making, celebrity. When you start getting fan art, you're a celebrity. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay, I received that. I received that. Okay.
Tony Talks.
Yes.
This is great. How are you?
I'm gonna drink something really quick.
Right.
So I'm gonna drink some of your sponsored water.
Aki 2,
Okay.
black owned, 9.5 pH balance, alkaline water.
Feels amazing. Tastes amazing.
Okay, y'all heard it. Aki 2.
Okay, so continue. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Welcome.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm really good. I can't complain. I started a meditation journey recently. So, every day is a blessing. And today, I had me a nice little meditation and prayer morning. And yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a little nervous, but,
Right.
we'll knock that out within the first 2 or 3 minutes.
Right. I can't believe you're nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man who loves numbers, as you know.
Obviously, yeah.
You have a combined over 2.5 million people who have chosen to click follow or subscribe. I can't believe you're nervous.
Well, it's because this is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like performing isn't a nerve-wracking thing for me, although this is performing. But, being in front of a camera, film, and stuff like that, it's not necessarily the camera and the podcast. What I was telling her and your friend is that, it's you want to make sure you say the right thing in a sense, because in the future, I don't want to make an apology video for something I said today. So it's
smart.
I want to, I try to stay cautious of what I'm saying. And I try to make sure that, I am just, because, my mouth just goes crazy. Definitely when I start joking, it just starts doing too much. And it's just trying to make sure that I bring it a few notches down and then, just be smart with everything. So that's where the nerves come from. It's not necessarily the camera or the podcast itself. It's just, what comes out of, Tony Talks.
Right. Because Tony does talk.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay, we both looking good. Let's get it.
All right.
Okay, so to kind of break the ice, I thought about this last night. I'm like, how do you break the ice
Okay.
with someone who can probably break the ice themselves?
Okay.
What was your favorite show growing up? Cartoon?
Mad TV. Well, Mad TV and Family Guy. So those two are so they're my favorite show and they're my inspiration, but we'll go on to that later. But Mad TV and Family Guy is and Empire, but that wasn't a kid show. That was fairly recent, but those three is my go-to.
Why Mad TV?
Cause it was stupid. It was stupid. Yeah, it was stupid comedy. You know what I'm saying? And I like I like stupid comedy. And it's that was the beginning of me seeing something that was just stupid, but still funny and popular and stuff like that.
Right.
And then it's just like that with Family Guy as well. It just Mad TV is just a little more Family Guy's a little more stupider, but still. Either way, it's stupid. So that's why I liked it.
Okay, because I remember that came on Fox, right? Mad TV.
I don't know. Do you know? No, I think it was Comedy Central.
Okay, because I just remember I remember when I was younger, around probably between 10 and 15.
Yeah.
Mad TV, it was You had Mad TV and Saturday Night Live. But to me,
Yeah.
I was like younger. Well, like those are my comparisons.
Okay.
But I didn't get any of the jokes, and
Yeah.
so it just like
Wait, with Mad TV or with Saturday Night Live and Mad TV?
yeah, both.
Oh,
but
okay.
Mad, I remember like trying to watch Mad TV, and I was just like, I wish I could laugh because it seemed funny. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It seems funny.
Yeah, you know, it is. Now, Saturday Night Live, you know, when I was younger, wasn't necessarily like my go-to choice. Not saying it's a bad show, I'm trying to say things right.
Right. Well,
But, it's just because you never know if they're gonna be the one to offer you something. But,
that's
it's
true.
yeah, at that time it wasn't my go-to Mad TV, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not know Saturday Night Live was like a big show until like I'm not gonna say recently, but like a few years ago is when I was really introduced to Saturday Night Live and all that stuff. But Mad TV was my show, my comedic show.
Okay.
It took some time to understand it, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, it's stupid humor. So
Yeah.
their jokes kind of either go over your head or just don't make sense at all. But you just grow to like it, and you just grow to let go, and not because you're a guy that loves to figure things out, like top
Yeah.
to bottom. So some things just don't need figuring out, and that's their style of comedy. So
That was well put. And I think maybe that's why I have struggled to like, but it's crazy because Family Guy was like, that was my show, even though my parents like didn't care for it because I couldn't watch The Simpsons and stuff. But by the time Family Guy was on, I was like middle school, high schoolish.
yeah,
And it was Family Guy. I tried to get into American Dad, couldn't really do it.
me either. I
But-
felt like it was just like Family Guy.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
like how if you start with The Office, you can't go to Parks and Rec because you'll end up comparing. That's my...
You know what's crazy? I've seen one episode of The Office, and I haven't. I know, like, I want to get into it so bad. Was it you who told me to get into The Office?
Man, I feel like that'll unlock another side of you.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy though? From the episode that I saw, I wanted to create a show that was, in a sense, a little similar, but just like with a Tony Talks twist.
Right.
Because I was like, I knew, because it was funny. Like when the episode that I did see, it was
you remember
funny.
which one?
Absolutely not. But I think it was the first one. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I don't have. I just tried to get into something new, and everyone loves that show. So
Yeah.
I was like, let me go ahead and try that one. So I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is really funny.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to stick on to shows sometimes. Like definitely
you.
now more so than it was before. If I would have caught it before, then yeah, I would have been here talking to you about it.
Yeah, well, because now there's a plethora of options.
Yeah.
There's almost so many shows on Netflix and Hulu and things combined. It's like there's no shows in my eyes. But The
Okay.
Office, The Office, man. Please start with season 1, episode 2, Diversity
Okay.
Day. That's all you need.
Okay. Well, I'll remember that.
Yes, because you like. I feel like you in that realm. If they, I mean, of course the show's over now, but like you want, it would just be. You gotta watch it, man.
Well, I know.
You would blend in. That shit is so random, but man, you got me
that's
emotional.
what I like. But that's what I like though. Like stupid, random. It makes you look at things because if I'm correct, that show revolves around like the workplace and bringing light to it because people hate their jobs and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and the majority. So that show brings light to like situations that people take very stressful and serious and stuff like that. So that's what I'm all about. So I think that I would love it, but I have not took the time to continue watching this amazing show you speak of.
Right. We'll get there
Yes.
one day.
Yes.
So, tell me a little about your upbringing, because I guess for the folks at home, just to let y'all know how we met about probably 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Working up at the Battery in Atlanta.
Yes.
And you were already doing your thing.
Mhm.
Of course, it wasn't at the
Okay.
enormous level it is now, but it's crazy because in your head it already was.
Yeah.
And you used to pull me and our friend Amber and Shanteria aside, and you used to really like. We even had a group chat.
We
We had a
did.
group chat, and you would really be on our ass, like, yo, like,
I forgot.
y'all got to go after your talents and
Well,
gifts.
and Shan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was it was me and her against y'all.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. But yeah. Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
No. But it's such a like so watching you like just grow every day, you know, it's like I just sit back and I'm like I'm so blessed to have been like to be able to see you and not only just see you but like interact and not only interact but like hang out with and like be inspired by you because you were really telling and this is before the millions, you know what I'm saying, like you were growing like I said, but you were just so adamant about like, yo, if you have a gift and you saw our gifts like in us, and you were so adamant about like, do it. And now it's like, I look at you now and it's like to be able to take a vision, you know, and especially in the world of comedy, because I feel like the world of comedy is it's so open that you kind of like, you gotta not only find a niche, but make it work. And so like, I don't even know what I'm asking, but like, well, I'm just saying thank you first. For real.
Well, no, I received that, and no, you were talking about how we met, and then you slid on the on the motivation side.
My fault. But yeah, so that's how we met.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, how long have you wanted to be Tony Talks?
Okay, so that's an interesting answer. I mean, question. So I wouldn't say per se Tony Talks. In the beginning, I just wanted to be the world's greatest actor. That's my inner child's like wish. You know what I'm saying? So I was pursuing acting, and this was before you, like I met you and stuff like that. But yeah, I was pursuing acting. I had signed under 2 agents, and I would like stay up late and stuff like that, learning monologues and stuff like that I just hated. But, you know, the end goal is what was motivating me to keep going because I knew that I would be on somebody's screen somehow, some way. So, you know, that's what kept me going. But I got tired of like going to callbacks and, you know, I like to talk. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk. I like to, and I like to, you know, just know about people's lives and stuff like that. But in a callback setting, that's not necessarily the place to do that because everyone's kind of in competition. So that's when I met people who weren't like the most genuine in a sense. So I was like, all right, I'm tired of this because I want to create an environment where people don't have to feel like they're competing with each other and all that other stuff. So I, you know, went towards social media and I started creating the world that I wanted to live in. And it just manifested itself because I think because I had good intentions underneath it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because just like I keep telling my friends, it's like I don't do anything necessarily for financial reasons in the beginning. You know, now you see me doing promotions and all that stuff. But, you know,
hey, I mean, it comes with it though.
Absolutely. But in the beginning, you know, I wasn't doing any of this stuff because I knew financially it'll, you know, like it wasn't for money. It was just because I wanted to create an environment that was safe for me and other people who were unique and wanted to, you know, just express themselves and whatnot. So long story short, because I'm like over talking,
it's a podcast. If you can't over talk here,
I know.
Where can you?
Exactly. But no, I just wanted to create a space, and with me being in the space, it was easy to create it. I don't know if that makes any sense. Went from callback setting, didn't like that, so I wanted to create my own form of callbacks. So then Tony Talks came, and I started finding ways to inspire people around me, and it just branched out to the world. So yeah.
Word. So like, this is what I always wonder because like I'll go on YouTube sometimes and I'll get to the subscribers. And we'll get there.
Okay.
But how do you come up with this shit? Like seeing the evolution of the videos, not just the quality, but just like where this come from?
You know, life. I mean, that's the best way to put it. Like, I would take like a conversation that me and you are having right now, and I would literally write it down in my notes or something, and then exaggerate the fuck out of it. So me and you would be talking, and in a Tony Talk skit version of this, we would be talking, I don't know, a crazy ex would walk in the door threatening one of us, and then she somehow got superpowers or some shit like that. Or like the building start falling. You know, it's just extra stuff. I take reality and add a little twist to it. And I feel like it resonates with people because it's like, it is reality, but with a weird twist of things you wish you would have said, or, you know, all the customer service things. You know, I've worked several jobs, and, you know, it's just like, that's it. So if I ever run out of ideas or anything like that, I know that means I'm not experiencing life enough and I'm working a little too hard. So that's what gets me. So I travel a lot, sometimes to the same places, most of the time to the same places. But, you know, traveling gets me new ideas. So, yeah, like that's life is where those ideas come from.
Word. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So is there like, do you think there's been one job you've worked in particular that you would say like has helped the most? Or do you think they all kind of...
They all kind of help. Like, they all have their own, like, you know, piece to the puzzle, if that makes any sense. What I can tell you is Punch Bowl is the one that did not.
Really?
Yes. Punch Bowl, I was so derailed at Punch Bowl, other than being with you guys. But other than that, you know, that was the only job that truly did not benefit me. But, like, when I was at CarMax, when I was at Olive Garden, or Charlie's, like, all those jobs really did something. But, like, yeah, Punch Bowl was the only one that I was focused on other things.
That is so crazy, because I've met, that place has brought me shit, half my guests, you know, and just, but like, literally, like, people like you, like, I've but that's interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it was. That was the only place that, you know, just wasn't, I enjoyed working there. Like, don't get me wrong, but, you know, well, because of y'all, let's be very honest, because of a select few. But, you know, other than that, you know, it's, every single job has put in a little piece, because I meet new customers and new coworkers, like, at each job. So it's easy to, you know, just branch off of different things and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So is there like, is there a direction that you like see your, and I'll just use like your shorts, for example, because I really enjoyed the, like the 10-minute, court.
Oh yeah.
That was great. Y'all gotta watch it. Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have like a direction like that you want to go towards, or do you kind of just like, as the ideas flow, the content grows?
So, okay, so what do you mean? Do you mean like, is there an end goal, or do you mean like with each skit, is there like a, like,
like with each skit, like, are you trying to, do you want to, like, you know how some shows have like a feel to them? Like, you know what I'm saying? They almost have like a, not like a necessarily platform, but to a degree, and they kind of stay inside of a certain, maybe this might be a shitty question.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay, no. Okay, so give me, if you can, give me an example of, okay, like, are you saying, like, for example, if there was a girl who did makeup, are you saying like her direction is to stay in makeup? Is that what you're saying? Or
like,
are we on the same page?
Yes. Okay. It's like, if you were going, if a woman who does makeup, or man,
you know,
gotta be correct. Y'all will not cancel me. Someone who does makeup, you know, you can start going into like specific kinds of makeup and like go down a certain road.
But you're always gonna stay with makeup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, do you see like this always being skits, or do you see this becoming like movies?
Oh yeah, no. This, I literally was just telling my friend that I got a life coach yesterday. Just because, thank you. Yeah, I went to this motivational seminar the day before yesterday. That was a breakthrough seminar. Okay, let's just say the day before yesterday, but it was recently. And it, you know, he taught me pretty much to get a life coach. You know, I have a therapist, but those are two different things, and you know, I didn't know that. So
yeah, I didn't either.
A therapist helps with like the trauma kind of side, or the, in a sense, they help with the same things, but it's just therapists go a little deeper than a life coach. A life coach, like, kind of gives you guidance towards your career and stuff like that. But back to your question though, because I don't know too much about that to be, doing all that.
Right. We'll do a second interview in 6 months.
There you go. I just got a life coach. I don't know much of what he's gonna do.
Right.
But he what was the question? It was okay. So as for my skits and stuff like that, it doesn't stop there, because my thing is, in the very beginning of my, career, I was making just like small little stories on my Snapchat or something like that, like just talking about what happened in my day and stuff. But that evolved from that to, skits. And then the skits evolved to what you're talking about, like the court stuff and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not just a meme. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it'll go from that to full out productions and stuff like that, because I have a whole production team. And that's why I got a life coach, because I have literally all the tools that I need. It's just the guidance. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole Netflix certified camera that I don't use because I don't know how to use it. And I bought a whole course on how to use it and still don't know how to use it. So
okay,
I have a team now where I let her use the camera to, film me and all that stuff. But, I have the tools. I just needed that guidance, and that's what that life coach is for. So hopefully, in the future, it'll be a different story.
Word. Can you tell me something about the team? Because it's so interesting we're talking about this now, because I've been praying lately. I'm like, God, I feel like I need like a team to help me like harness my abilities. Okay. So like, can you kind of tell me like, what's the process like of putting together a team, and like what made you realize that like I need a team?
Well, because what I've learned through this like process is, although I know how to do like pretty much everything on my own in a sense, because I've been doing it for a long time, when you do everything alone, that means you celebrate alone. And that's not like the best kind of feeling. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have, people around you who like, let me tell you something. Whether you think that they can do what you can do, on a sense, I don't know how to say it without sounding like kind of like an asshole, but it's just like,
I mean, I know what you mean though.
Yeah, it's like, cause I like things done a certain way, but I also trust, in other people to be able to teach me new ways and stuff like that. So when it came to that was the reason I needed a team, wanted a team in a sense, because I wanted to be able to reward like all of us, and not just like, for example, my friend, which was a terrible mistake, and my other friend will be able to tell you, I had a friend. Oh wait, hold on, sorry. I know that was it. That was the moment. But okay, so let me rephrase my sentence. So it wasn't a terrible mistake, because I've seen your podcast and I see that you don't really cut. You just let the whole thing, play.
Well, I mean, if y'all like me, if you need me to cut, but
no, it's okay. It's okay. But no, I have a friend who was we were working together. I had she was my assistant, and her man and his team was my merch people. That ruined our friendship. And I mean, granted, we're okay now, but like I learned the reason that you shouldn't really mix stuff like that. But the reason I'm saying all this is because when I'm talking about celebrating and all that, I took them to Universal as like a paid trip and all that stuff as a thank you for like helping me and stuff like that, because that was me celebrating with them.
Word.
So that's why it's important to have a team, because I feel like it's just fun. So as for my team now, it's not necessarily like, it's just a team that I hire when I want to film bigger projects like the court, or like when we're in a different setting or something like that. Would I call them my team? Yes, because I'm paying them. But other than that, they're their own individual like people who are doing like their own things and stuff like that. So
right. So you weren't saying it was a terrible idea, like because of the person. It was just the idea of like mixing business and friendship. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Got to,
Yeah.
They'll F you up on the internet. Let them.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean though. It's kind of like that risk of, and especially people who are younger, folks who are younger, probably below 21. It's not always the greatest idea to live with your friends. You know, like in college, it's one thing because you kind of get assigned dorms and whatever. But like when you hit 23, 24, it seems like a good idea. But when you start anytime finances and so I can only fathom when business comes into it.
It's just, you know, it's just like finances. And, you know, I'm a man that believes you have to have multiple streams of income. You know what I'm saying? And when you just have one and that one happens to come from, you know, your friend, it can break things up. You know what I'm saying? It can cause problems and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, if you want more, you got to do more. If you want less, you got to do less. It was just, it was just a lot. And, you know, when it comes to money and business, I'm a really nice guy. I'm really humble, always joking around. But when it comes to like the business side, I have to be like that kind of aggressive person so I don't end up in shoes that I was in before. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, that's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
You answered that well.
That's right. I'm very calculated. Go ahead.
Right. So like as far as production, because I heard you say something about it. You said a Netflix camera.
Yeah, it's
Netflix approved camera.
Yeah, it's a Canon C70, I think is the name of it. This guy I was working with who does interviews for like different celebrities and stuff like that. We made a video together, and I was asking him, you know, I want to upgrade my equipment, and I'm trying to see like he knows a lot about cameras, and I was like, so what camera would you suggest and stuff like that, and he suggested that one. I did some research, and I sat there and bought it the day after, and regretted it because I didn't know. I should have searched like how to use this shit before I bought it. And
you seem like somebody I could sell to.
I'm so impulsive.
I'm gathering info. You seem sellable.
And I sat there and bought it and did not even know how to use it at all. And it's like, you know, but I mean, I'm getting better. Like I filmed some of my skits on it, but like the camera can do so much better than what I have it on and stuff like that. I know I'm terrible at color grading, so I don't I don't even play that game. I don't even like step my foot in that pond. That's something I truly would pay somebody else to do. But you know, everything else, I'm pretty good at video editing. So I'm gonna create a course about that.
Okay. Yeah, I was about to ask. So you edit your own stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything you've seen, every video you've seen of me, I have edited. Yeah, except for one. But other than that, I've edited everything else.
Do you enjoy the editing process? And not only that, before you answer that,
okay,
what is your editing process? Like you know, not to the T, but like,
yeah.
Do you watch everything you've just recorded at once? You know what I'm saying? Do you kind of stop after? Do you have scenes?
Yeah. Okay. So then let me rewind a little bit. I'm gonna start with the actual like script writing, because my skits, they used to be all improv, but then when I started collabing with people, I wanted to send them something professional. You know what I'm saying? So I started like writing scripts out for them, but then I realized I actually like this. So all my skits are like written down. So when I'm recording, I do multiple takes. So like if the line is "Welcome to Brandon's podcast" or something like that, then, you know, I would say that, "Welcome to Brandon's podcast. Welcome to Brandon's podcast. Welcome to Brandon." Like I would say it multiple times. And then when it comes to editing, I would look at the different, you know, ways of me saying it and then just choose the best one. Now, the reason I love editing is because it never goes as planned. Like what I write always gets edited like differently. Because, you know, sometimes my imagination gets a little crazy when I'm, you know, on a computer and stuff like that. So I enjoy it. When it's like bigger videos, sometimes it's like, but, you know, I really enjoy it because I learn new things, and that's my outlet. You know how people have like, you know, different outlets to do whatever to get rid of emotions and da-da-da. Yeah. That's one of my outlets. So it's fun for me.
Word. I feel the exact same. I've come to find it like, because I used to edit my stuff like, the little shows I'd make. Okay. I used to edit them like back on the movie, the Perfect Show. Remember, it's always been the Perfect Show.
I remember.
The crazy thing is, you're in an episode of mine when we were doing some mental math in the cage.
Really?
You're an episode of mine from 2020. So if anybody ever tries to flex, I've been known.
No. Wait, was
No, actually, that was 2019.
wait,
Yeah.
but like how? Like, did I record you? Did you record me or did I forgot?
It was Shan recording, if I'm not mistaken, and you were just asking me math problems because you didn't know I could do it at the time. And Shan was like,
Oh, so how long ago was this?
"This was 2019,
And what's today's date?
2022,
No.
September
Okay.
13th."
So today's September
13th.
13th, 2022. You made this and you said 19.
Yeah,
It's crazy. I'm just finding out about this.
yeah. You didn't see that episode?
Well, I don't remember you, mentioning that may have been me.
Oh well. This because I dropped it during COVID.
Oh.
When everybody was getting creative.
Yeah, COVID does mess up communication.
Yeah. So my fault.
No, I'm just joking. But no, that's what's up though. Thank you for even featuring me.
Yeah.
And something so awesome. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Most def. But I was the editing side. Like I agree. Like it's really a nice outlet. Like I like to sometimes I'll come in here like I was telling you like at night, maybe record something short because the short ones are the healing videos. I swear. And so it's nice to just go home, kind of be by myself, and then just run through it because it's crazy to see something go from like, dang, I just sat there. I had this in my head. I sat down and talked about it. Mm-hmm. After you chop it up, whatever, maybe an hour or two later, when you're putting it on the internet, it's like, this is wild.
Yeah, like it's a really nice feeling for me to be, definitely if it's like a video that really has a meaning behind it. And hold on, I'm trying to like burp without burping.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Sorry. Yeah, but
miracle worker.
I know, but no, it's a beautiful feeling to see like what I did. One of the videos that I'm most proud of. If you go to my YouTube, I have it pinned, I think. But like when you go to my page, it's the first video you see that says like "Welcome to my channel," or it just says Tony Talks on it. Mm-hmm. That was my like most proud of video. A video that, believe it or not, I actually got emotional to. And then my friend, and it was me, and I still got emotional. But it was just because it was a compilation. I can't pronounce that word, but it was a compilation of like a lot of different things that I did. And then I put it all together, turned it into some like beautiful things, people who supported me, and da-da-da-da. But to go back to what you said, the reason I'm saying this is because it was an idea that I feel like beautifully came together. And then I still get the feeling that I had when I released it if I were to watch it today. So it's like, it's a really good feeling. But yeah, that's it.
So do you have a favorite outside of that video?
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite? This is my favorite video.
No, I you know what's crazy too? When I meet like some people in person, they would like impersonate some of my videos. And sometimes I don't even know what they're talking about. Because,
for real?
Yeah.
No, you got hella content. Sometimes I hate the word content. You got hella videos.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hella.
I used to, my thing is, I used to, like, what is it? I was about to say paste. I used to put out, like, videos every single day. I stopped that because it was being required of me to do that. Like, people were expecting it. And the day I didn't do it, I would get all these DMs basically saying, what happened, what's going on, why didn't you post something today, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm not on nobody's schedule, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I'm not at my job, I'm not at, my 9 to 5 or whatever, so I don't have to be on no one's schedule. So I'm not gonna, let anyone put me on one.
Right.
So that I had to kind of get out of that. And then for like the mentalness of it all, I wanted to make sure that I was taking care of my mental health and all that,
right,
which is a very real thing. And yes. I started spacing it out a little bit. So now I post every other day. So.
Oh, there you go.
I know. Sometimes, but see, I do that because it's something for me. I have like such a goal that I'm working towards. And it's like for me to be on top, I have to just like these, stay hungry. Remember why you started. Da, da, da. So it's just like, I want to keep posting and all that stuff to show myself why the reason all this is happening is because when I was praying and manifesting for this to happen, I told God that, the minute I quote unquote take off, I'm gonna, like, the minute people start paying attention to me, I'm gonna give them a reason to keep watching. So that is what I've been doing and what I will continue doing, because that's my thing.
Okay, that was motivational.
Yeah.
That'll definitely be real. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we're in this realm,
Uh-huh.
didn't want to bring it up in the first 30 minutes. Didn't want to be that guy. But you have now surpassed 1 million subscribers on YouTube. Congrats.
Yes.
Let's clap. I wish I had the sound
thank
effects
you.
and shit, but
Well, it's okay.
yeah, post edit.
There you go.
Yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
You know what's even crazier about that to me?
Yeah.
You hit 1 million, what, about a month ago?
Yes. I think it was about a month ago. Yeah.
You're already at 1.18. Just so I think sometimes it gets lost in the sauce, like the point ones. That's 180,000 subscribers since last month.
Yeah.
To me, like, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it's growing like crazy.
Yeah.
And what does that feel like to know that? Because I look at it like this.
Yeah.
That means it's only 1.18 people who have chosen to click.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
It's more than that. But
Yeah.
like, what did that feel like the moment you hit 1 million?
You know what's crazy? That's like the golden question, but there wasn't a feeling, and but see, that falls with being a creator and stuff like that. Is a creator who's not really on social media. It's weird to say that, but like, I go on social media, I post, and then I get off. Only reason why is because I don't want to feel the need to have to compete with anybody. I don't want to feel the need to look at like anything that would mess this up here. I don't pay attention. Like, I try my hard not to pay attention to. So when I hit that milestone, it was an achievement that I had to actually sit and recognize. Because before I announced it, I already knew I had it, but I just didn't make it like, I didn't make an announcement because at that time I didn't feel the need to.
Right.
I was like, my goals and my visions are bigger than this. So it's like, I'm not gonna say I don't see the significance of it, but at that time I was just like, that's this water bottle, and I'm trying to have like that jug, or what I'm saying, that little jug thing. But I learned through my therapist that, you need to, every win is a win, big or small. So that's why I celebrated that. But it wasn't like a huge, like, oh my God, no. In the beginning. It was when I finally accepted it. And then that's when I was like, wow, like, that's a lot of people.
That's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, when you look at it, that's a lot of people. So, I was just grateful for it. And I was just like, I'm just keep giving them a reason to just keep coming. And as you saw, they keep coming. So I'm gonna I'm gonna let them stay.
Yeah, and gain more.
Yes, exactly. Because my thing is, I've seen a lot of people who have more than 1 million like followers and stuff, but like not, the engagement isn't really there, or like, you can have 1 million followers and quote unquote be broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to just figure out the middle of it all and all that stuff. But yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I was around.
Nah, because it more. Of course, I wanted you to elaborate like more than just that moment. But, yeah. So like, because even that, like, I look on, it's so interesting seeing how the numbers vary, how you have more followers or more subscribers on YouTube than you do on TikTok and Instagram. And to me, like, YouTube is like, I'm not gonna call it hard. It can be a challenge to grow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power of words. But like, what did it take? Like, what was your formula, or did you have a formula, or was it just other than you're talented?
Okay, no,
but
okay,
talent isn't everything. You know what I'm saying?
It's not. Yeah, it's not, and that's what I learned. The most talented person could be okay, so if you had a talented person and a driven person, the driven person, if like talent without any drive behind it won't get you anywhere. You can be okay. For example, Amber, an amazing, beautiful singer that I keep telling her. And you know, her voice will only get her but so far along as long as she shares it, like she's been doing at the place that she sings
Cat's
at.
Cafe.
Yeah.
Every Thursday night, y'all.
There you go. But but it has to have somebody get to that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, now the sky's the limit because somebody could come there, recognize her, and then, boom, boom, boom. All it takes is one yes.
Yeah.
So, kudos to her. But, let's just say someone who has, I'm not gonna say the same voice because her voice is very unique. Let's just say somebody who just knows how to rap or something, but they're not making music. They're not doing this. They have the talent, but they don't have the drive to do nothing with it. So someone who's not necessarily as quote unquote talented will be the more successful one because they have the drive and their consistency will get you so far in life. And that's what it is with YouTube. It's crazy because I didn't know YouTube would be the platform that, most of my followers would be. I thought it'd be TikTok. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, you got like 100, 860 something thousand. Not that I be counting.
Well, you are a numbers person.
Yeah, I do like numbers.
Yeah, but no, TikTok is my least favorite.
Really?
When it comes to engaging with like their creators and stuff like that, but I can openly say that and won't have to make any kind of thing in the future. You know what I'm saying? Just simply because it's well known. Like TikTok has a history, so yeah.
Wait, is it?
Huh?
I didn't know.
Well,
what's since we're here?
We're not here.
Oh no, okay.
we just drove by.
Wait, well.
Okay. Well, no, okay. Right?
Right.
Okay. So I could tell you, but it's not, it's nothing I experienced. Well, okay, I may have experienced it, but
Right. You're not coming at anybody.
I'm not coming at anybody.
You don't have a malicious heart.
At all. It's just, but I try to be very honest and, fair. And the fair side of it is that, a lot of creators that, I know have spoken to me about TikTok and how they appreciate, African American.
Oh, I've heard this discussion.
Yeah. And
wow.
sometimes, yeah. And it's like, sometimes I am like, I fall in that, algorithm mess up that they have going on sometimes, but I don't pay attention to it. Like I literally go in there, post stuff, get off. And then not only that, TikTok, for me, this is personal experience.
Right.
My financial gain does not come from TikTok at all. Like, and it's crazy because people swear that it does, but it comes from YouTube, and then partnerships and stuff like that. But other than that, it does not come from TikTok. If anything, you see how many followers I have, and I will literally they will have the nerve to send me, I think like $100 or something like that every other month or like every month or something. And then,
oh damn,
I just leave it in there. I feel like that's like kind of disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, sometimes, when it start piling up, I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and withdraw that. But like, other than, because I'm not going to deny money. Definitely if it's like, they're not asking me to do anything. I'm not partnering with no one really from TikTok. So it's like, I'm just posting on there and getting gas money from it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm not mad about that, but they're still not necessarily my favorite. But as for, back to your question, with YouTube, it's just consistency. Like with their shorts, I think that really took me off. Like their shorts program.
Get a lot of views, man.
Yeah, those shorts, they get more views than the actual videos. Like the shorts, I post a short, it does very well, compared to the actual, the longer videos that people will say they want, and then
not want. Yeah,
that whole story.
Well, I almost feel like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube now with the shorts, it's almost like they have reshaped our consciousness in a sense of how we view content. Cause like,
Yeah.
it's people, it's asking something for people to watch 2 minutes, which is crazy, but it's almost like, it's funny. I overheard a discussion yesterday. This dude was saying, he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get back to making 7-second videos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, chill. I have a podcast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I need at least 30 for a reel.
Yeah.
But like, how do you like? What do you think is the key to like staying malleable? To staying like.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't think of a more simple word than malleable.
Exactly. Like,
just stay real. It's a.
Okay, well, not
like,
saying I don't know what malleable means.
like,
I'm very educated. But if just anyone in the room who may not know what that means, then can you describe that?
Just like where you can adjust to situations as they.
Oh, okay. I get.
I don't know why. Yeah.
That the dance you did was
flow.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying like, for example, the videos I used to make were horizontal or like squares.
Yeah.
And now everything has to be vertical.
Yes.
So is that what you mean? Like, how did I adapt to that? Or
yeah, well, like not just that. This may be a shitty question at home. Sorry, y'all.
No,
but like, I guess I'm trying to say like, how do you like? What's the key mentally?
Okay.
To like, and creatively, I guess to like, how do you stay able to adjust? That's the word I was looking for. Adjust to like things changing, because we've seen, and it's crazy how it's kind of just happened. But like in the last 2 years, it's slowly gone from horizontal to vertical.
Yeah.
It's getting quicker.
Yeah.
Even though they're making you, I mean, they're like, I know Instagram allows you to make longer reels now, but
yeah,
it's still.
But if you do, it shadow bans you and like puts you. That, and it's crazy because that happens to me too, and I'm partnered with Instagram, and it's like it still happens to me if I post something that's longer than a minute, if I post a video that has like just music, like for example the video I'm posting later today is all music, like the whole video is just all music. I know that it's gonna get shadow banned, but it's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, I have a good fan base and support team or whatever, but like I just post what I want to post, and it's like I post what I like to see and not what everyone else likes to see, and then people just catch on to it, or like I'm not gonna say, because somebody tried to correct me with this, but like, because my biggest thing is don't follow trends, create trends. But my thing is, if you follow a trend, just make it your own. And that is what I do. If I find some type of trend on something, you will not see me just copying somebody else's like kind of thing.
That drives me wild.
Yeah, I just make it. I find a way to just make it my own, and then if it gets shadow banned, that doesn't bother me. I just post it. Like, I know the video I post today is gonna be a shadow ban, but I'm gonna just post it.
But why do you say that? Because you're not. Is it because you're not using the Instagram audio?
No, it's because it's straight music. So anytime you post something that's just straight music that's a minute long, then it gets shadow banned. But if you have a little, because like I know if I put dialogue before it, like if I had a video of just me and you talking, and then it cuts to like a montage of like, how cool your podcast is or something like that, then I know that won't get shadow banned because it's music and it's dialogue. But if it's just a montage of, music or whatever, I don't know why Instagram don't like it, but they just throw that to the side and, whatever. But in the beginning, it did affect me. But then I was like, I'll just make something else and then that will do good. Or if it doesn't, I'll make something. One of these videos will be good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's, yeah.
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 I feel you. On the shadow banning, man.
It's so annoying.
It is, because I've noticed for me, like when I'm like not doing interviews, like as a former history major and history teacher,
yes,
whose concentration was the Civil War.
Okay.
There are times things can get a little woke. and you know, shadow ban.
They hate, yeah.
It's like, it took me a while to realize, first of all, I was being shadow banned. I'm like, damn, people just don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm like, damn, maybe people really just don't want to hear this. But it's crazy the mental toll that all that stuff can take on you.
Yeah. Yes. Let me tell you something. I'm pretty open about it. Like, I have not experienced depression until like all this started working for me, if that makes any sense. Like,
Really?
I did not like working at, the job in the Battery. I did not like working there at all, but I wasn't depressed. I didn't like working at Olive Garden, but I wasn't depressed. Any of these jobs. But when I started like, gaining financial freedom and stuff like that through what I'm doing, having a support team, that's when like the mental side of everything, like the mental side of social media started actually happening. So I had to go ahead and get me a therapist and then find different practices and stuff like that to get me out of it. And that's why I have 2 Instagrams. I have one that, everyone sees. The other one is I'm just following motivational pages. So I change how social media looks to me. So yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. That one I don't follow anybody I know. It's literally just motivational pages. That's it. And then, I mean, people know that I have it. It's literally in my bio that I have another Instagram. But
Tony off camera?
there you go. There you go.
Come on now.
Yeah, if you look at who I'm following, I only follow motivational pages on that. Like, it's nothing. So that way, when I go to that feed, everything that's on there is positive or like good and stuff like that. And that's helped me. I haven't experienced any like kind of mental fatigue or anything like that ever since I made that like based off of social media.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, life comes with, yeah,
obviously.
Right. So just to kind of get back to the partnerships, because I have questions about that.
I have
because
answers.
To me, like I love interviewing people because, and especially people who are like in a field. And like, when I say in a field, like, a lot of people want to be seen by millions and shit, but you are like actively doing it. But like we were kind of alluding to earlier, it's more than just talent. Like, there are practical steps.
Yeah.
So like, how do partnerships work? That shit is so interesting to me. Like, do you hit them up? Do they hit you up? And also, why are you not verified on Instagram?
Because that's what I'm saying. It's so weird to me. It's like like I told you earlier, I'm an official partner with Instagram. So it's like, I physically talk to them and it's just, it's past that. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have like a certain amount of articles and it's like, you can literally Google my name and see like a lot of different like shit, but I guess it's not, verifiable or whatever. But I also haven't requested to be verified in like a long time, simply because I stopped losing like the point of it. But sponsorships, how that works is if you're okay. So like, for example, on TikTok, if you're partnered with TikTok, which quote unquote I am, but really realistically I'm not. But you have like a whole workshop where they have different brands there and you reach out to them and or sometimes they reach out to you, but there is an option for you to look at brands that are looking for influencers and stuff like that. And then you kind of go about it that way. I personally don't like that because I want to be this very like, selfish and whatnot, but I like being reached out to. I'm not going to lie. Only reason why is because if you reach out to them, then you have to do it their way. But if they reach out to you, they reached out to you because they like you and something about you, they want you in it. I don't know how to describe that, but
I get it.
Yeah. So I prefer better when they reach out to me because if they reach out to me, it is something that I have a little more creative freedom with. And, I get to do what I want to do. Like, for example,
the Google ad.
Yeah.
I'm a fan, y'all.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I've worked with Google, I think like 3-4 times now, but it's that everyone kind of just seen one, and it's just like But the thing about it is like Google, I really enjoy work. My favorite brand that I've worked with or still working with is Snapchat, but we'll talk about that later. But Google they're really awesome because they reached out to me and we've been in connection with them for a while. But how that works is I make videos for them and I can't post it. So they have to post it on their page, which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. But, it's because I like to post what I make, regardless.
Yeah, because I went to your page looking.
Yeah, it's not on. I'm not allowed to post it. I have to wait I think 6 months or when they're done using the video and all that stuff. So it's never that serious for me.
Yeah, okay.
So so
Yeah.
I just they ask me for something. They tell me what I'm supposed to talk about. I write a script, I give it to them, and then that's when they revise it a little bit and make sure I hit every point. Then I shoot it, and then I give it to them. And then, but one thing also though, with these bigger companies, when they pay you, you don't get paid until a month after, or
Really?
because it's net 30, which is 30 days, or it could be net 45, or it could be net 75. So it's it's like a surprise check when it does come, but you don't get paid until a month or two after. With the bigger brands. With smaller brands, they pay you pretty much immediately or after you post it. But the bigger ones, they gotta write it off and taxes and all that stuff. So yeah.
So can you elaborate on Snapchat? Because
yeah.
Snapchat's it's an interesting app to me. It has a cult following still. Not even a cult, and I guess more so, it's probably more of a younger audience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You work with, I don't know. Let me shut the hell up.
No.
You tell me.
No. So, okay, so what I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind, right? So when I first partnered with Snapchat, and I could be honest about this because, I told the guy, who's working with me, because we're pretty cool now. But, I let him know. He was asking me how, do I use Snapchat and stuff like that? And I was like, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of don't. I use Snapchat to use their filters and then I post it on Instagram. But, I made sure I said that. I was being honest. But then that's when he told me all the awesome things about Snapchat and da-da-da-da-da. And then I entered a program, which is they choose, if I'm correct, if I read it correctly, it was they only choose 25 black creators out of the United States. And luckily, I was one of them.
That is impressive.
But I was on a payroll for every single month. I received a significant amount of money to make 3 videos each week. So I was on that while I was at while I was at Punch Bowl. I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was one of my things to quit. So yeah, I think I don't remember when it started, but. Yeah, so I've been doing I've been partnering with them. It literally just ended a month or two ago. But I don't think I'm allowed to talk about the details of it in a sense.
Right.
But what I can say is they had this thing called Spotlight. Have you heard of that? Or see, a lot of people don't know about it. And no, but listen though, the reason why you should know about it is because I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know they were doing it. They were giving away $1 million. I think every week, and it was spread out. I don't know how. I don't know. It was on the news and everything. But with me being one of the insiders, I knew about it in a sense. But literally, you would post your TikToks or whatever on there, but of course, it can't have the TikTok logo. But you would post short videos on there, and then the ones that would get the most views would be split amongst the $1 million would be split amongst the creators. You can literally Google it and you'll see what I'm talking about. But
it's called Spotlight?
Yes, it's called Spotlight. It's still up there.
Google that, y'all.
Exactly. And this kid, he was telling me how this kid won $100,000 for literally just throwing a pie at his mom's face. And the reason why he was telling me about it is because they needed to add more culture is the right word.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they wanted to add a little more culture to it. And I don't know if that's why the money came into play, but it was a really awesome program. And I was trying to tell everybody I knew about it, but the one thing I learned is you can tell people,
Yeah.
you know, where it is. It's up to them to go like walk towards it. So, you know, I was trying to share the knowledge and all that stuff, but I enjoy working with Snapchat. Like they're the ones who have really looked out for me, like pretty much from the beginning. So yeah, they're like my first, other than like the smaller businesses, they're the first major company that like allowed me to know my worth in a sense. So yeah.
So what does that feel like to be like wanted? Because I'm telling you, the day I saw you post that fan art, this is probably like a year ago.
Yeah.
When you posted that fan art, like
Mm-hmm.
I knew you had a lot of fans and followers.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like something about seeing somebody take their own time to like draw you. And now like
Yeah.
I see even yesterday you posted somebody had like put the wig on and it was a very good depiction of you.
Oh, okay. I know.
Like
yeah.
I was like, damn, like but that
Yeah.
lets me know like you know like you gotta have like fans for that.
Yeah.
So like what does that feel like? Because I feel like you've always stayed humble. You know, like
Yeah.
and how do you I know you like you talked about therapy in your you just got the life coach.
I might say
yesterday. Yeah.
All this is very recent.
But like what do you think keeps you like grounded?
Well, because I'm gonna be real with you. It's because of people that I meet, and then it's a story that I want to tell. But okay, so I'm gonna tell a story in code. Okay.
Okay.
So when I was younger, I did like my very first, I guess, scene of being in front of celebrities was it was a movie premiere for the movie Keanu. Do you remember that movie with the guy from Key and Peele? It was about like a cat, like a I don't it's called Keanu.
What year
I think
ish?
I don't know. I forgot. Just Google
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just it's called Keanu, I believe. But needless to say, my friend TV1 hired like different people, I guess, to like, you know, help with the premiere and stuff like that. So luckily I knew someone who was working it and he allowed me to come with him. So they had some really big celebrities there, and it was here in Atlanta. It was in
Well, like who?
So they had Carrie Hilson there.
Oh.
They had the guy from Key and Peele. Like I don't know their name. I don't know their like actual names, but you know who Key and Peele are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like which one? Key or Peele?
The one that's a little skinnier and taller and lighter.
So the one that didn't do Get Out?
Yes, there you go.
And I hate that. If you watch it, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Key. Forgive me, Key.
And Peele. So yeah. but yeah, so honestly both of them were there, but it was the one that didn't do Get Out. It was his movie, I believe. But it was him. I know Jocelyn Hernandez was supposed to be there, but she didn't show up. Kelly Price was there. Some other celebrities that I didn't really know the names of, but this is where I'm finna get into without getting into it. But needless to say, I was helping. Like I was the guy that would they would come in, and I would pretty much direct them to their seats and like, dude, I forgot what it was, but I would have to like cross off like their name on some little paper or something like for the celebrities. And you know, this one celebrity got really mad that I didn't know who they were, who they was. So it what ended up happening is my position was like degraded or whatever, and instead of where I was, I had to move all the way to the other side of the theater and just like point to where people go sit because I didn't know who this person was. And they were mad pretty much, not the whole entire time, but they were so like mad saying, you don't know who I am and da 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 da. That experience alone, I think, is one of the reasons why I'm so quote unquote humble, because I don't want no one to like ever see me like how I see that person. Like even to this day, I'm not the biggest fan of that person because of that. So it's just like,
I don't host a messy podcast, so I won't ask. But damn, I want to know off camera.
Yeah. It's just ever since then, and then not only that, you know, like this is remember why you started. It's like, you know, I'm not greater than anybody. You know what I'm saying? No matter where I am or where I'm going, I'm not greater. I won't be greater. We all can really achieve the same thing in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for example, I was talking to somebody yesterday who was saying his pockets aren't as deep as mine, and I was like, everybody has deep pockets. It's just a matter of what you put in it. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like you have, I don't know, everyone has the same opportunities. So I just see it as that. No one's greater than anybody. So yeah. Hopefully I answered your question. I was kind of like,
I'm
me trying to like stay in code and all that stuff kind of derailed me from why I was talking.
no, but
So yeah,
I'm gonna ask off camera. Even if you don't,
I'm gonna tell you.
okay, cool.
Okay.
But that's
Yeah.
like, I feel that.
Yeah.
So like, do you have a favorite actor or actress, or did you have one growing up, or? You have
Yeah.
one?
Will Smith. Literally, when I was in.
I love Will. People make mistakes, man. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, oh, okay. You know, sometimes I forget about recent, situations. But I mean, Will Smith. I mean, I'll stand by that. you
Yeah.
know. Just because when I was younger, I just looked up to him. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to burp.
All right, there we go. The
Yeah.
immaculate burp.
I was trying to like let you talk and then like go back, but I was like, it's whatever. But no, Will Smith, go back to him. He when I was younger, I wrote, like, we had this little thing where we would write notes to celebrities and see if they would respond, like in my class or whatever. So he was the celebrity I chose. Of course he didn't respond. But when I get older, I mean, not when I get older. Well, when I was younger, I was like, when I get older and I achieve what I want to achieve, I'm gonna make sure that he knows.
Okay.
Somewhere in your, at your old house, there's a letter from a kid who looked up to you.
Dang.
So, it's that, yeah.
Okay.
Will Smith, yeah.
Was it because of Fresh Prince, or was it just was it his range? Cause it's his.
That's
his
yeah,
range.
yeah. He started off comedic, and now, I mean, he still is comedic in a sense, but now he's a movie star. Like,
Right.
he truly is, that guy.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's recent things happen, but
Yeah, but acting wise, he's that guy. Yeah,
He
can do it.
is.
He can do it all.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can. So that should be rewarded, and that was the guy. Present day, other than him, I've been looking at myself a lot. So, I'm my biggest inspiration.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is.
I'm honest, because the thing I live by is you want to make sure that you grow up to be the guy that your younger self wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to make sure that if my younger self is able to just look at me on TV or something, I want him to look at him and be like, dang, like I want to grow up to be him. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm excited that that's my future. So it's like,
Okay.
that's where I'm at right now. So I'm my biggest inspiration. But, the realistic answer is Will Smith. So yeah.
Okay. Do you ever like find or like go out to intentionally like kind of find inspiration like on social media or like other videos, or like is what I'm saying, or is there something like you'll go out sometimes, maybe just watch some on Netflix and be like, okay, dang, I want to use that. But like,
Yeah.
But like, do you like go out like intentionally looking for not motivation, but you know what I'm saying, kind of like creativity?
Yeah. With Mad, I rewatch Mad TV a lot, and
Word.
I would say Mad TV. Sometimes even just like scrolling through TikTok or something that I don't know, like, cause when I'm posting something, you have to kind of wait for it to finish posting. It's not like it's just instant. And I don't like to. I have to stay on the app, because if you get off of it, sometimes it doesn't post.
And that'll piss you off.
It will, definitely, when you think it did and you continued your day and all that stuff. So, sometimes I'll see something on there that I just think is really, really funny. And, I just make sure I find a way to make it my own or put it in a direction that's not, fucking up their brand or whatever.
Right.
And then if I do use something that comes from somebody else's video, I always like, tag them if I can. Some people, like, for example, if somebody was recording you and you cussing out like the police officer or so, let me not say that. Let me not say that. Let me not say that. I was gonna say, so let's say you and you're cussing out your brother or something, but somebody's recording that and it goes viral because they hear y'all yelling. I don't know how to find you to tag you. So because it's not, you're being recorded and they're sharing you, don't know who you are. They're just sharing some guy cussing out another person and they think it's funny. So that video went viral because, it's just funny how you're talking, or funny of, people laugh at anger nowadays. So it's like, that would be the only example where I wouldn't per se tag somebody because I couldn't find them. But other than that, I mean, yes, I sometimes it don't just come. I don't have a head that's just like, I get inspired just like everybody else.
Because I wonder, because you have a lot of ideas, and some of them are make fun of make light of real life situations like working in retail and stuff.
Yeah.
But then some stuff I'm like, when you started doing music, it's probably about a year or two ago. Well, I mean, let me not. I don't know when you started doing music. When I started seeing you.
Yeah.
I was just like, this man has no limit, in a sense of like,
yeah.
And I guess to kind of help that shitty question I asked earlier about like where you were going with the direction, it's like, I feel like once you just started doing, and not like music you're necessarily going to go on tour for, but you know what I'm saying? Like just to make more funny shit. I'm like, okay.
I've been, let me tell you something. I stay in my lane, you know what I'm saying? But that's one thing I stay true to, is I will stay in my lane, but my lane is everywhere. So it's like, I'm staying in my lane, but my lane doesn't just go straight. It goes like all over the place. And only thing is, it doesn't cross no one else's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it goes everywhere. And the reason for that is because as a creative, your mind isn't just stuck on one thing. That's the problem sometimes, because you try to do everything, but that's because you feel you can. So it's like with music, I did actually want to pursue music in the beginning.
Oh, word.
Yeah, before I started turning it like comical.
Oh, comedic.
Yeah, funny. So before I made it into that, and that's why it was, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but anytime you try to search any of these songs that I created on like Apple Music and stuff, it's under Lil Tones, because that was my
LIL.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's where you can kind of tell the era of when I went through this.
Yeah.
But it's under that. And the reason why is because at that time, that was the artist name that I wanted to create. And I wanted it to be separate from Tony Talks. I wanted it to be two separate things. Like Tony Talks all comedic and stuff. And then that's da-da-da. But now I can't switch it. Like I can't take the name off.
Right.
And I've tried so hard to do it. But it's like anytime you search the songs that I do now, you still see it under Lil Tones. And it's just, but it doesn't stop me.
I like that though. I like the weird, like,
yeah.
Is that like a pseudonym
For,
well, like how Dr. Seuss, that wasn't his name, even though Tony Talks isn't your name. All right, this is a third shitty question.
No, it's
well,
no. Wait. Are you saying like Lil Tones or?
Yeah, like I like how I almost like how you have, because I don't know if everybody knows you do music.
Yeah.
So it's crazy how like there's like a whole nother you out there, but it's not Tony Talks, it's Lil Tones.
Yeah, literally. And you're hearing it here. Like it's literally a whole nother part of me that if you like YouTube it, there's a whole like topics kind of thing. Let me tell you something else that is like a little plug as well. There, and Kiera knows because my friend right here knows because she went to it. But okay, now I'm rethinking my words. But there's there's a film that is of the old Tony, I guess in a sense, but really it's the same, of me acting very seriously on a film, like on an independent film that's on YouTube. I'm not gonna say the name of it, but you can easily search it by just searching. I can say the name of it. It's called The Gift and the Curse, and
Word.
the whole movie it's about me, and it's on. I don't know if the first one or the second one's on YouTube. Either way, there's two, and it's on. The whole thing's on YouTube. But the reason why I didn't promote it as much now is because I've evolved as a performer. And back then, it wasn't bad. It's just you can tell that I needed a few areas to grow in.
Right.
So, but yeah, but it's crazy though, because I just reached out to him, the director of the movie, last week, and we're in the process of creating another one. And it's awesome because I'm going to be so excited because it's, the new version. I get to redeem it a little bit. But
Right.
the whole thing's on YouTube. All you have to do is search The Gift and the Curse, Dwayne Dixon, and you will see.
Dwayne Dixon.
He's a film producer, director. He kind of wears multiple hats. So yeah.
Is that here in Atlanta?
Yeah, we made it here in Atlanta.
Word.
It was literally, let me tell you, it was about my character. He was gay and his dad didn't understand it. So his dad tried to get the gay out of him. So we filmed at a strip club. I ended up getting a lap dance from this, I don't know if from this woman. I don't know if you want to say stripper or anything. I don't, hey, that's what she is. But,
A woman who strips.
a woman who strips. Yeah. So a woman who strips. And we went to a boxing ring, tried to box the gay out, all this other stuff, just to find at the end that he was an accepting dad and blah, 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 blah. But it was a nice movie. It had a great,
Word.
had a great everything. It's just, I feel my performance could have been a lot better. And now it can be because we're making a third one. But that's another thing. We were talking about the little tones thing. That's another thing that's in that same vault. So,
Word.
Yeah. There you go.
So a serious side.
Yeah, it wasn't comedy. It was very like, Dad, I'm gay, crying. Yeah.
Word.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Have you seen Kevin Hart's film or the short series kind of with Wesley Snipes?
Is it new? Or?
It came out probably like a year ago. You seen it? Superb. We gotta talk after the show.
Is that what you were telling me about?
True story.
Oh yeah, she was just
Telling
me about it.
it's when you said that, I was like, I could see you acting seriously. And it's crazy because when I heard about the Kevin Hart, did you feel the same way? People were like, oh, it's Kevin Hart. I'm like,
oh, is it a serious?
yeah, serious role. Yeah, but it's crazy because he did, in my opinion, phenomenal job. It's super believable.
Yeah,
to the T.
Let me tell you something. I can get, when it comes to like act, I'm a very comedic person and stuff like that. But when it comes to like serious roles, I could really get down on those. I really can. It's just I don't want to say that, and then you look at that, and then that's what considered get down on those roles means when it's not. But at that time, that was, I was really proud of it that time. And then just now when I look at it, I'm just like, okay, I want to do a better job. So that's why I reached out to him so we can create a spinoff from it.
Yeah, that'd
because
be great.
It was great quality, and it was premiered in a movie theater. So it was,
Word.
yeah, it was real nice. So, we did a good job. So I can't wait for the third one. But that goes to that whole little tones thing. Everybody has, their upbringing, and that's, a little bit of it. So, yeah.
Oh, so this is depicted on a true story.
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought I'm like,
probably
is this a
worded
documentary?
No,
Okay.
I probably worded that differently. No, I worded it wrong. But no, I was just saying, like, before Tony Talks, that's where it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, pursuing strict acting, did some music on the side, stuff like that. And then, but I never promoted the music. It was one of those things where I just wanted to hear myself, like, in the car or something. So I made it, did it, and then only time you ever see me promote the music is when it's Tony Talks related. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just all Tony Talks stuff because I just enjoy it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And one thing I've been meaning to ask for like over a year.
Mm-hmm.
your character. Does your character have a name?
No, one of them have a name because of a film I was in with Corey Knox, HD Productions. It's called
White Flex.
Yeah. It's called it's the COVID series. I don't know if that's on YouTube or not. But he's the reason why they have a name. Let me tell you the reason why. I don't want to be tied into any character or any it's a lot of influencers that I know that can't necessarily break from what they've showed the world. So that's why none of them have names. Just keep it very simple. One of those. That's why I avoid saying names too. Like I say quick little names or whatever for like that video, but it's never the same the next video.
Occurring. Okay.
Because every video I do is just random, and I don't want there to be a story to tell unless I'm doing a short film or like a longer video. Then they have names in that.
Okay, and that makes sense because go back to the beginning of the conversation. That's what you described Mad TV as. It's just kind of like
exactly
nothing to figure out.
Yeah, nothing to figure out. You see, there's a plan with everything, and it's like, although with Mad TV they had like series, quote unquote, like Stewart and his mom. I don't know if you know that one because you didn't really watch it like that.
But like inside the show, like
it was like it was like a recurring kind of like maybe
like all that. You
yes, like all that.
Laurie Beth Benberg.
Yeah. Okay. So yes. So it's like that. But I don't give them names.
Okay.
Okay.
This is great.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Like I'm not gonna lie. I have a bunch more questions, but I don't know people's time frames and shit.
No, I have time. Well, what time is it? 1:45. Oh, I have more than enough time.
Okay. Hey, well, let me press. Y'all want if we press pause, do a stop for part one? I need to use the restroom.
Oh, absolutely. I would hate for you to like do it on yourself.
Well, I wouldn't do it. Not in his chair. This ain't my studio.
Okay.
Okay. Part one. This is
all right.
Aki 2. We'll be back.
Oh, my hair. I know it's like, oh.